Yeah, hi guys. So today I've had a couple of jobs, and this morning we started off in a yard near home where there was just 3 to do, and we're going over to a show jumper's yard later. Just gonna let the dog out. Harvey is my loyal companion who comes everywhere with me, and he needs a break too, so we're gonna give him a little run around before we go to the next yard. But there's quite a lot to do, to be honest. I've probably booked too much in this week, and it's really great to have the Olly here filming for us because he can sort of capture what a day in the life looks like. Wouldn't usually do as many as I'm doing today. I've got another 5 to shoe this afternoon. I don't even have my watch on, but it's about 12:30 now, and we've done 3 already this morning, so it's going to be quite a late finish. But I think it's great to sort of show that side of it because it's not always easy, and especially when the Christmas is around the corner and little bits like that, you've got to do a bit more. So yeah, going to be a busy afternoon, but we're going to get it on camera, and fingers crossed I will have enough energy to do the next 2 days before Christmas and get a break. So we're just going to stop for a minute and let the dog have a bit of a run around, stretch his legs, stretch our legs.
Maybe a second dance.
Hiya. Can we get a horse out? I don't know.
Back away.
Yeah. How I started For Farriers Travels. I reached out to a farrier in Portugal called James, and he said, yeah, come work with me for the day. It wasn't ever intended to be like a travel show. He said to me, is this something you're doing with your social media?
Yeah.
And I was like, hadn't thought about it. So driving back to Porto from Lisbon, I stopped at the services and researched it to see if there was anybody doing it.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it.
No.
So I was like, right, perfect. So I put the message out there, and I was overwhelmed with invites.
Yeah.
And I've been to, went to Portugal, went to Morocco, went to Germany, went to Sweden, and then finally went to a farrier charity in India.
Oh, guess
so
what?
I've got all this footage that I need editing.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've got some time on your hands, you can do with it editing. So you see with these hooves, because they're sort of on that angle, the horse is moving in that direction on that plane. So we kind of need to make sure this area here is rounded and there's support on this side, which is probably not what you'd expect, but looking at the top of the hoop is different from looking at the bottom of the hoop, and all the weight comes down. So sometimes you need to take perspective. But there's quite an interesting case when the feet are slightly different like that. You've got to think outside of the box. And as I've been on my travels, I've sort of said to people I want to experience like an authentic what you do in your day-to-day, you know. So she said, okay, well, do you want to go to the gym and have a session? So I didn't know what I was letting myself in for. It was brutal. She'd organised someone to do like a HIIT session.
Right, oh,
and this guy looked like the mountain.
yeah.
And I'm not kidding you, he was only 25, but he could have competed for the world's strongest man, no shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
And he organised this session, and it was really fun. and I've got all of it on footage, like the full hour we did, and I was like, there were some things that I beat Sandra on, which I was super proud about, but it was like I kind of had to like have a small celebration because she put my house on everything. There's only once that I was close to getting seriously injured. It's my dad's fault. He's a farrier, and I was helping him out when I first qualified. And we went to a racing yard. It was a flat horse racing yard, and this horse, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, knocked me over. And then, luckily, it didn't have shoes on. I'd taken its shoes off, but it knocked me over and trampled all on my legs. And it was blind in one eye, and I didn't know.
Oh, good fun.
So I'd gone round the side of it like this, gone to pick its leg up, and it had absolutely freaked out because it didn't know I was there.
Yeah.
And knocked me over and like stood all over me, but luckily didn't hurt me because it didn't have any shoes on. So.
Yeah.
But that is literally as close as I've come to being injured from horse. So this is quite an amusing story, I think. So in lockdown I was bored. I thought I'd read about drop shipping businesses, and I always thought the biggest problem with the farrier industry is there's not an Amazon. So I learned how to do a little bit of coding and found some websites, like some no-code websites, and built an app for it.
Yeah.
And said to all the suppliers, can you give me all your products, and I'm going to list them, and then I'm going to send you some orders, and all you have to do is dispatch them and send me a bill. I'll be honest with you, it was a great idea, but I probably took on a bit too much.
Yeah.
However, the For Farriers by Farriers brand came out of it.
And here we are.
Yeah, because I started making videos on social media advertising products. So I'd be like, look at this hoof rasp. Look how smooth this hoof rasp is. And then it blew up. And I was like, my hairdresser said to me, oh, that video was so good. and I said, why are you watching my social media videos? I'm selling farrier tools. And she said, oh no, it was so satisfying how you cut that hoof or how you'd rasped it and things. So I have Sarah to thank, to be honest, because she gave me the inspiration to build my social media into what it is, really. What I'm doing is just setting that toe up, because it'll stop it catching that. Because otherwise it would probably wear these shoes out quicker than it needs to. And I always think you should listen to what the horse is telling you. You've got to be very careful here that you don't cut too much away, because inside of that line is the sensitive area. is, yeah. It's because, like I say, they go out in the field and the feet absorb all the moisture, and then it's really great. They bring them in for me so the feet dry. But as soon as they go onto like a shaving bed or whatever, the moisture just gets extracted out of the feet so quickly. They do get very hard. So now, over the years, I've ended up in some quite unusual but awesome situations. But I want to talk my way into the pits at the Formula One.
Get on. How did you do that?
I got a VIP pass for that, and I also got a VIP pass for the MotoGP.
Oh, nice.
For the pits as well.
Yeah.
It was when Jensen Button was racing, so...
Okay, yeah.
What was it? 2013 or 2014 maybe? And it was actually, so I met one of the Williams mechanics.
Get on.
She was a friend of a friend, and I said to her in the pub drunk, "Can you get me in the pits?" And she did.
You don't ask, you don't know.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
This is what you want. Clients like this. Anyone else who's watching, Kitty Underwood got me a present and it's wrapped. Oh, it's white, hang on. Oh, no way. I think I know what it is.
I thought it's signed by all the band.
Oh, look at that. Right, okay, now this is like a present to win all presents. It is a signed t-shirt from the Stereophonics. No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to frame it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, look at that.
So it'd be hard to top that one, right?
I don't think any of my family can top that, actually. Wow.
Best not show them this video then.
I'm going to have to show them this video.
Yeah.
They need to up their game. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's going to get framed and that's going to go on the living room wall. That's amazing. I'm genuinely blown away by that. Do you know, it's interesting when I've watched some of the footage back where the horses have really been pulling me around.
Yeah.
And I act like a bit of a gimbal. So it doesn't always come across as bad. Like that there, I can't hit the nail, but it's just constantly like jerking as I'm trying to hit it. And it never seems to come across as bad on the camera. So it just makes me look like I've got a really bad aim.
There we go. Boom. So James, what was today like?
Today was a long day. We started at 8 and it is 10 to 7 now, so we've nearly done 12 hours. But I ended up with a signed t-shirt from the Stereophonics, which is really cool. I don't touch it because my hands are dirty, but that is the most awesome present from a client. And with the lead up to Christmas, it always is going to be busier. So it's been awesome to have Olly here today, and it's really good to showcase what I do and give you a bit of an insight into my daily life. We've done more today than I would usually do. So with the 2 yards I booked today, I would have probably only gone to the one in the afternoon as a job in itself. And then the yard we were at this morning, there was 3 to shoe. I would have probably only maybe done a 1 or possibly a few trims in the afternoon. That's kind of, I don't like to overwork myself, A, because my back starts to hurt, and B, because I really care about the job and I don't want the quality to slip. It's going to be manic this week with Christmas, and that is the nature of the beast. But it's been a really great day. I've had some great horses, some great company, and it's been great to have, like I say, Olly with us again. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of A Day in the Life, and I hope to do many more and show you a bit more of the business and a little bit more of an insight. So check whatever. Catch you next time. I was supposed to say catch you next time. So yeah, peace out.